Okay, the guy behind the camera here, who you don't see, the guy holding the camera, is the constituent. The guy in front of the camera, the unhappy person right in the center of the frame, that's the congressional staffer.
Are you authorized to speak for Representative Zeldin?
I am speaking for him right now,
okay.
So you know that.
So the Affordable Care Act, one of the provisions is that insurance companies have to dedicate 85% of your premium to actually delivering health care. Does Representative Zeldin support or oppose that part of the Affordable Care Act?
Information.
Okay. The Affordable Care Act guarantees that women cannot be charged more for their premiums than men. Does Representative Zeldin support or oppose that part of the Affordable Care Act?
Again, I can get you that information.
Okay. The Affordable Care Act guarantees that children can stay on their parents' health care until they're 26. Does Representative Zeldin support or oppose that part of the Affordable Care Act?
I can say
You know where I'm going with this.
We do see where you're going with this. The staffer trapped in front of the ladies' room there. Look, that's what it's been like with constituents expressing themselves toward, in this case, New York Republican Congressman Lee Zeldin. Today, Congressman Zeldin canceled a town hall 2 months in advance of when it was supposed to happen in April, because I think he is not particularly liking what it means for him and his staff to hear from his constituents these days. But you know what? I wanted to show you that clip of that confrontation over the Affordable Care Act. I think it shows that people in general are getting very good at being very articulate about Obamacare all of a sudden, right? Whatever the fights in the past had been about, right? Where the people on the right saying, oh, it's socialized medicine and it's death panels and all this stuff, and people in support of it not necessarily able to be that snappy. People all of a sudden are really good about articulating what's good about the Affordable Care Act when they're talking to their member of Congress, when they're talking to congressional staffers. This, for example, was last night in Tennessee.
My name is Jessie Bohan, and I'm in your district. It's from my understanding the ACA mandate requires everybody to have insurance because the healthy people pull up the sick people, right? And as a Christian, my whole philosophy in life is pull up the unfortunate. Yes. Okay? So the individual mandate, that's what it does. The healthy people pull up the sick.
Yes.
If we take those people and we put them in high-risk insurance pools, they're costlier and there's less coverage for them. That's the way it's been in the past, and that's the way it will be again. So we are effectively punishing our sickest people.